All right, so we finally sort of got a response from the NCUS team. I say sort of because it really wasn't that helpful, but they did respond to kind of the criticism of the gold nerfs. As you guys know, it's been a huge controversial type thing. Everyone's been very upset about it. I haven't really seen even one player say, "Ooh, it's a great thing for the game." Like, I literally, it's probably the most unanimous thing I've seen the player base with everyone saying that this is a terrible idea. From the biggest whales to the brand new players, everyone hates this idea of the gold nerfs. So they basically responded. And if you look right here, actually, this forum post has 12,000 views plus. This is a lot of freaking views. Honestly, this is more than probably the player base combined from NA and EU. Like this, this is a lot of freaking views. And honestly, if you look at all the other forum posts, not even close. Like maybe a couple hundred, a couple thousand. The only other big forum post views is from like 2016 and 2017, stuff like that. So this is a lot of freaking views, to say the least. Anyways, let's look at what they said. So originally, basically, someone asked Hime about some of the changes, and she responded to basically some of the solo dungeons where apparently they didn't get nerfed. But she obviously dodged all the questions of everyone saying, why are you doing this to the game? Why are you doing the gold nerfs? So she finally responds on the 5th page. And this was 17 hours ago, and this forum post was posted on Thursday, so it took her quite a long time to respond to this. But basically what she said, "Hello all, as noted in my first post on the issue, thank you for your feedback, and we've discussed your understandable concerns with the dev team. Even though the dungeon gold changes will continue to go into effect tomorrow, as the game build has been locked since last week, we will be working on incorporating additional changes based on your feedback to alleviate and address your concerns. We do not have a delivery date for the changes, but we aim to have them sooner than later." So that's basically the only thing she said about it. Here's kind of my biggest criticism about this. They posted this webpage, the system item changes, I believe, on a Thursday, and this is when the forum post was posted on Thursday to respond to that. My thing is, they should be posting these things way beforehand, like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand. So what can happen is you can see all the players' feedback before the update goes live. Like they literally posted the system items preview less than a week before the update goes live. So you're saying that the game build has been locked since last week. Apparently that means they can't change anything. What you should be doing is putting these system item previews way ahead of time so you can see 3 weeks ahead of time, this is all the feedback from the player base, and you can see ahead of time, okay, the player base doesn't want this, let's not do this change. But since you put it up so late before the patch, like a couple days before the patch is out, you get all the terrible feedback, and then you're like, oh, well, sorry, we can't do anything, the game's been locked for a week. Like, you have to put this ahead of time because these are really significant changes. Like, maybe you don't have to do this for every change, but this is a really big change. This is like the daily gold. This is what Blade Souls run on, the daily dungeons. This is a really big change. You should have posted this weeks ago and collected the feedback and see what the player base said. So they're saying they're going to try to do some changes. I don't know what that's going to mean. Are they going to reverse some of the gold nerfs? Are they going to buff some of the dungeons? The biggest thing is how long is this going to take? Because if we're talking about like over a month until we get these changes, I mean, the damage is already done. I mean, it's already done already because they put this update live. But if they could get these changes done within a couple days or a week at the most, I mean, at least it'd be something. But I don't even know what these changes are. Like, I wish you would give some more information. Say, hey, we saw your feedback. We're going to rebuff some of the dungeons. We're sorry. Like, I don't know what this means. Are they going to give more Elder Scale fragments for the higher tier dungeons? Are they going to, I don't know, buff the gold? It's a very vague response, and it really doesn't help with anything. I mean, it doesn't really give me any type of peace of mind. I'm still kind of annoyed that they put this out. But apparently, they're saying that they can't do anything. The game build has been locked since last week, and they couldn't change anything. But that's a really big issue. That's why I'm saying they need to do this way ahead of time so they can see the feedback and be like, oh crap, they don't want this change. Let's not add it into the game. Because clearly, no one wants this. So I mean, they're going to be doing some changes, I guess, but I feel like the damage is already done. And by the time they do any changes, I mean, you already pissed off so many players. I mean, who in the first place thought this was a good idea? Like, I really want to know who thought this was a good idea. It's just a really bad idea for the game, but they responded. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this was a good response? I think it was pretty vague, really didn't answer much. Just that they're going to be incorporating some additional changes based on your feedback. What does that mean? Does it mean you buff the gold to the dungeons? Does it mean you gain more Elder fragments? Are you gonna give more materials from the dungeons? I don't know. But yeah, this is a really big response from the player base. And this is something that should have been previewed to us weeks before the update gone live. And then you could have collected our feedback and see that no one wants this crap. Because it would have been really easy just to do nothing. Like, literally, they didn't have to change. They could have just left the game how it was, left the gold how it was. It would have been less effort than having to implement these changes to the gold nerfs. So they could have done less work and made everyone happy by not nerfing the gold. But instead, they preview it a couple days before the patch is live and think that everything's going to be good. Like, their planning is terrible. But yeah, very angry player base right now. The response was honestly kind of crap. I mean, we need to see what you're actually doing. Like, what type of changes are you going to do from our feedback? Because the player base is pissed off. Probably a lot of people already quit. But we'll see what they do. Maybe in the next week they'll make some changes. I just feel like the damage is already done. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Leave a like below, comment below, sub to the channel if you have it. Oh man, it's been a pretty big fiasco. That's all I gotta say. They really pissed off the player base with this one. This is actually a really bad move from NCSoft. Anyways, appreciate you guys. See you in the next one.